Today, we are digging into the wild story of a secret Porsche flagship, a vehicle codenamed the K1. Now, this thing was supposed to completely redefine the brand's electric future. But its journey just took a massive, and I mean completely unexpected U-turn, pivoting from a pure EV to a roaring V8.
And that really gets to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? You've got Porsche, a brand that's just built on incredible performance and engineering with this massive, all-electric vision. But that vision just collided head-on with reality. So what exactly went wrong? And more importantly, what are they doing about it now?
To really get why this pivot is such a huge deal, we have to rewind a little bit and look at the original grand vision. See, the Porsche K1 wasn't just going to be another SUV. It was designed to be the absolute pinnacle, the crown jewel of their electric ambition.
So the K1, that's its internal codename, was Porsche's big answer to the ultra-luxury three-row SUV market. We're talking something bigger and more commanding than even a Cayenne. They were aiming their sights squarely at heavy hitters like the BMW X7 and the Mercedes GLS, a segment they had never, ever played in before. This was a massive statement of intent.
And the original plan? Oh, it was bald. The K1 was designed from the ground up to be exclusively electric. No gas engine option, nothing. It was all going to run on the Volkswagen Group's really advanced next-gen platform, the SSP. This thing was meant to be a showcase of cutting-edge tech, built right there in their high-tech Leipzig factory. This was their electric future, all wrapped up in one vehicle.
But then, well, that dream hit a snag. A pretty big one, actually. A whole series of major roadblocks just popped up that forced Porsche to slam the brakes on their all-electric flagship. Let's break down exactly what happened.
You know, it wasn't just one single thing. It was more like a perfect storm of issues. First up, you had immense financial pressure building. Second, the crucial technology they needed, well, it just wasn't ready. And finally, the global market for electric cars, which seemed unstoppable, was unexpectedly starting to cool off. Okay, first, let's talk about the money. Building a brand new, totally bespoke electric platform is unbelievably expensive. I mean, we're talking billions and billions of dollars. Porsche was really starting to feel the pressure of that massive investment across its entire lineup, and the K1 project, as it was originally planned, was just becoming way too costly to justify all by itself. Then came the technology headache. That advanced SSP platform, the literal foundation for the electric K1, got hit with some pretty significant delays. And the real core of the problem? It was the software. You know, modern cars are basically computers on wheels, and getting all that code right turned out to be a massive hurdle for the entire VFG group.
And to top it all off, market reality came knocking. That initial huge boom in EV sales started to slow down, and Porsche was seeing this firsthand with a really rapid sales decline for its own Taycan electric sedan. Suddenly, pouring billions into a top-of-the-line EV seemed a whole lot riskier when you see customers aren't snapping them up quite as fast as before.
So facing these three massive challenges, Porsche had a choice to make, and boy did they choose to pivot, dramatically. And this is where the story gets really, really interesting, because a completely new strategy for the K1 was born, pretty much out of necessity.
And the solution? It came from right inside the Volkswagen family. Instead of pushing ahead with a unique, super expensive electric platform, Porsche decided to team up with its sister company, Audi. They would twin the K1 with a large SUV Audi was already developing. It's a classic move in the auto industry, to share costs and seriously speed up development. So, meet the Audi Q9. It's also going to be a large, 7-seat luxury SUV, aimed at huge markets like the US and China. By deciding to build the K1 on the exact same fundamental platform as the Q9, Porsche could suddenly make the whole project work again. The plan now is to launch it around 2028, just about a year after its Audi sibling hits the road. And when you put the old plan and the new plan side by side, wow, the scale of this change is just massive. The all-electric powertrain, gone, replaced by V6s, V8s, and plug-in hybrids. That bleeding-edge EV platform, swapped out for what they're calling the Premium Platform Combustion, or PPC. Even the factory has been moved from Germany to Slovakia to help cut costs. It is a complete, top-to-bottom strategic rethink.
But, and let's be very clear here, make no mistake, this is still going to be a true Porsche. We're talking powerful twin-turbo V8s and V6s, a brand new state-of-the-art plug-in hybrid system, and a power range that mirrors the mighty Cayenne. We're talking all the way up to a staggering 730 horsepower. So yeah,
performance is still very much the top priority here.
So what does this all mean when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture? Well, this decision tells us a whole lot about the bumpy, complicated, and expensive road to an all-electric future, even for a company as sharp and focused as Porsche.
This quote from Autocar really gets to the heart of the whole strategy. At the end of the day, this is a calculated business decision. The profits they make from this new V8 and hybrid-powered K1 are going to be used to directly fund the development of their future electric cars. It's a really pragmatic way to pay for tomorrow's technology with today's profits.
So let's just quickly recap the main takeaways here. First, this is a super pragmatic response to some really tough market and development realities. Second, it proves that for now, powerful combustion engines are still the big profit makers for brands like Porsche. Third, and this is important, the all-electric future isn't canceled, it's just been rescheduled. And finally, the success of a huge vehicle like this is going to depend on big global markets, especially the US and China.
And this is a really crucial point to remember. Porsche has gone on record to confirm this is not the end of the line for an electric Cayenne. An EV version is absolutely still planned for later on, once the technology is fully baked and the market is a bit more stable. Think of it as a strategic delay, not a surrender.
Which leaves us with this final big question. Is this a brilliant, smart pivot that lets Porsche navigate a really difficult transition while funding its own future? Or is it a necessary step backward, a delay in what feels like an inevitable electric revolution? It's a fascinating dilemma, and you can be sure the entire auto industry is watching this one very, very closely. Thanks for joining us.